Let me ask you something. Are you living the life you want or the life you've settled for? Because discipline is the bridge between who you are today and who you know you're capable of becoming. And if you've been waiting for motivation to magically appear, you'll be waiting forever. Your future doesn't change when you feel ready. It changes when you become disciplined. Let me show you how. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Aaron, and today we'll be talking about something that will completely transform your life. Not motivation, not inspiration, discipline. Because discipline is the thing that carries you forward after your motivation fades. It's what builds the version of you that you're dreaming about. If you followed my journey, you'll know that discipline is something that I've had to build from the ground up. I've overcome childhood trauma, I've survived severe anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder. I've recently been diagnosed with both ADHD and autism, and I have a demanding job where I have to be responsible for multiple functions. And I also build my social media platforms outside of my 9-to-5 job. And finally, I had weight loss surgery last year in 2024, and I lost 75 kilograms in only 7 months' time. I'm telling you this because I want you to know that discipline is not something that you're born with. It's something that you teach yourself. And if I can learn it with the life that I've lived, you absolutely can too. So let's get into it. Firstly, you have to start small. The power of one step. Discipline is built the same way you build muscle, gradually. Start by setting small, achievable goals, then increase the difficulty over time. Most people fail because they try to change their whole life in 1 week. Discipline isn't about doing everything at once. It's about doing something consistently. Your life changes one tiny decision at a time. The next thing you need to do is define your why. Discipline needs meaning. Ask yourself, why do you want this? What is the deeper reason? When your why is clear, it anchors you through the days when your mood, your energy, or your circumstances tempt you to give up. Your why is your compass. Your why keeps you honest. Your why is the thing that pulls you up when life tries to drag you back down. An important thing that you need to have is a plan. A short-term plan, a medium-term plan, and a long-term plan. Wishing is not planning. So you need to write out a clear plan. In the short term, what can you achieve this week? In the medium term, what will you build in the next 3 to 6 months? And in the long term, what does the next year look like? What's the big picture? Make it measurable. Add key performance indicators. Track your progress. A plan gives discipline direction. An important thing that you have to do is break down those big goals into smaller ones. If your dream feels too big, you won't start. Break huge ambitions into smaller, manageable steps. When you manage those steps, you eventually achieve the mountain. You don't climb Everest by looking at the top. You climb it one step at a time. An important thing that you need to do is write down your goals. Make it real. There is power in writing things down. When you write your goals, your habits, your deadlines, they become real, not imaginary. A written goal is a promise that you're making to your future self. Never break a promise that you make to yourself. Something that you'll have to get used to doing is practicing saying no. Discipline isn't only about what you do, it's about what you refuse. Say no to distractions. Say no to people who drain your energy. Say no to things that don't align with your purpose. Protect your time like it's your most valuable currency, because it is. What you do with your time matters, and time is the one thing in life that you will never get back. You have to practice self-care and be kind to yourself. but not soft. You will make mistakes. You will have setbacks. You will fall off. That's part of being human. The key is to acknowledge it, learn from it, and get right back on track without judgment, without shame, without quitting. Discipline is not perfection. Discipline is resilience. Something that you have to do is reward your progress. And I've been guilty of not doing that myself in the past. So I also need to learn how to do that. So you need to celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small they are. Rewards reinforce your new behaviors. Choose rewards that mean something to you. Make success feel good. Discipline feels easier when it feels rewarding. When you're on your journey of self-discipline, a useful tool to do is to find accountability, whether that's a friend, a partner, a colleague, a coach, or even a community online. Accountability helps keep you honest. Share your goals, share your progress, share your slip-ups. You don't have to do the journey alone. Find someone to hold you accountable for your goals and what you're trying to achieve. You have to monitor your progress, track your achievements, track your habits, track your growth. When you see how far you've come, you gain momentum. Progress builds confidence, and confidence builds discipline. Something really important that you have to do, which is a trap that a lot of people fall into, which is just natural, is to stop comparing yourself to other people. We all have different timelines, different strengths, different journeys in life. Comparing yourself to someone else steals joy and slows down your progress. Focus on your own lane, your own pace, and your own story. Ignore what other people are doing. You're building your future, not theirs. You have to be really stubborn about your goals and what it is that you're trying to achieve. So be stubborn, be relentless, be unshakable, be resilient. Your dreams need a level of stubbornness that scares people. You're not here to fit into the mundane life that you were given. You're here to build the life that you desire. You have to embrace discomfort. Discomfort is where discipline actually grows. There will be days where you don't feel like doing it. Those are the days that matters the most. Take action even when you don't feel ready. Take action even when you're tired. Take action even when you're scared. That's real discipline. And if you train yourself to do that, even on those days, you'll make some great progress in achieving your goals. You need to establish healthy routines and stay consistent. Your routines shape your life. Build routines that support your goals. Wake up earlier if needed. Create a morning routine. Build a night routine. There may be nights where you work late into the early hours, but consistency compounds. Small habits repeated daily create extraordinary results. Something really important that you need to do is minimize distractions. I mean, we're all surrounded by so many distractions on a daily basis. That's just part of life. I'm talking about your phone. I'm talking about social media. I'm talking about negative people, just noise in the background. Cut out anything that pulls you away from your purpose. Discipline thrives in focus. Remember that. You need to take it one day at a time. That goes back to what I mentioned before about being kind to yourself. Long-term change is built in 24-hour blocks. Don't overwhelm yourself by thinking about the whole journey or the bigger picture. Focus on today. Focus on the next hour. Focus on the next task. Win the day, and those days build the life over time. Something that you need to do that is very critical is master the fundamentals, and that is sleep, nutrition, and exercise. You can't stay disciplined if you're exhausted, if you're undernourished, or if you're physically unwell. So you need to sleep properly, you need to eat healthy, and you need to move your body through exercise. your brain and your discipline will thank you in the end. You need to prioritize the version of your future self that you're trying to build. Focus on what you're trying to achieve. Is it your career? Is it financial wealth? Is it your health and well-being? Is it your own happiness? Are you trying to build a legacy for future generations? Follow the plan and not your mood. Your mood changes, but your future doesn't. It's important to spend time in nature and also engage in well-being practices. Being outdoors, going for a walk in the park, going through nature, that grounds you. I myself have engaged in well-being activities like meditation and breath work and Reiki, and I found that those really help center me and they help me to connect with my inner self, which is really important to utilize. Well-being strengthens discipline because it keeps your mind clear. It's important to stimulate your mind on a daily basis. So that is through reading, that is through learning, that's through challenging and stimulating your brain and staying curious, because we all know that a growing mind is a disciplined mind. Something important to remember is that any short-term sacrifices that you make are actually for long-term gain. So everything you give up now in the short term, whether that be the nights out, any bad habits, any old routines, the comfort, the distractions, you can return to those later if you want to. But right now, you're trying to build something greater. Your future requires sacrifice today. Remember what it is that you're trying to build and have that in the forefront of your mind. You need to be aware of your own behaviors and patterns. Self-awareness is a superpower. Notice how you may self-sabotage yourself. Notice any excuses that you make for yourself in the moment. Notice any patterns that you might repeat. When you become aware, you gain control. When you gain control, you build discipline. Discipline is a mindset at the end of the day. You need to decide what it is that you want your life to be. So ask yourself, do I want to accept the life that I was handed? Or do I want to build something emotionally fulfilling, something meaningful, something extraordinary? The choice is yours. Every day, every decision, every action, decide what it is that you want your life to be. So the final thing that I want to say is, if you're starting your own discipline journey, your new life is waiting for you. Never break a promise that you make to yourself. The version of you that you're trying to become, they already exist. They're waiting for you to show up. The opportunities that you dream about, they're waiting. The people that you haven't met yet who will love you, who will support you and lift you higher, they're waiting too. Your new life is not an accident. It's created through discipline. And you have everything that you need to build it. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you, make sure you like the video, subscribe, or leave a comment below and let me know what goal you're ready to commit to with discipline. And also hit the hype button, because that would really help my channel. And remember, your future starts today, so let's build it together. Thank you. Bye.